clouds are so low, they are touching the roof. The sky is providing the ultimate proof that the world is as sad as the heart in my chest. Since you went away and put my soul to the rest, the first drop is heavy, it hits like a stone, reminding me why I'm sitting alone. The tin on the ceiling is starting to scream, the end of a life, the end of a dream. These are monsoon tears falling down hard, flooding the street and the mud in the yard. I'm drowning in water, I'm drowning in blue, because I don't know how to survive without you. The storm is a monster, the storm is a sea, and these monsoon tears are the ending of me. I've shut all the windows, but the rain gets inside. There is nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. The power is out and the candles are low. I'm watching the shadows begin to grow. I remember the night we stood out in the park and kissed while the lightning illuminated the dark. Now the lightning is scary, the thunder is cruel, making me look like a heartbroken fool. Let the river rise, let the city drown, let the whole world come crashing down. If you're not beside me to weather the rain, then I don't wanna feel anything but the pain. The storm is a sea, and these monsoon tears are the ending of me. It's still raining, it's never gonna stop. Monsoon tears until I'm gone. The garland is brown on the bedside stand, the one that you bought from the girl's tired hand. The scent was so sweet when the sun was still high, but everything beautiful is destined to die. The white turned to yellow, the yellow to gray, just like the feelings you carried away. I can't bring myself to throw it in the bin, because it's the last piece of the world you were in. Withered jasmine, dry and old, a story of a love that turned brittle and cold. I'm holding the petals, I'm feeling the sting of a promise that's dying, of a broken off thing. The fragrance is gone, but the memory stays in the withered jasmine of our better days. I remember the way that you placed it on me, a crown for a queen who was finally free. But freedom is lonely, and freedom is sharp, like a broken string on a dusty old harp. Now the flowers are dust, and the dust is my bread. I'm living on words that should never been said. I'm touching the thorns that I didn't see then, wishing I could be that girl once again. Don't crumble, please, don't fall apart. You're the only thing left that's close to my heart. If you turn into nothing, then what am I? Just a leaf in the wind under a dark sky. The memory stays in the withered jasmine of our better days. It's falling into the dust like we did, like we must. The shutters are down and the lights are all dim. The street where we walked is a ghost on a whim. The smell of the charcoal is fading away into the damp and the cold of the grey. We used to come here for noodles and tea, when the world was a playground for you and for me. Now the stalls are all empty, the tables are bare. I'm breathing in nothing but cold, empty air. It's midnight at the market, the loneliest place. I'm looking for traces of your tired face, where we laughed in the steam and we hid from the crowd. Now the silence is heavy, the silence is loud. I'm a customer waiting for a heart that is sold. Midnight at the market, it's bitter and cold. A flickering neon is casting a spell, a story of sadness that I'll never tell. I see an old woman sweeping the floor. She looks like the future I'm not waiting for. The plastic blue chairs are stacked in a pile. I haven't seen anything worth the real smile. I'm walking in circles, I'm losing my way in the part of the city where we used to stay. Maybe you're sleeping, maybe you're out in a different market with no one to doubt. Do you ever get hungry for the way that we felt? Or did the memory of us just finally melt? midnight at the market, the loneliest place. I'm looking for traces of your tired face, where we laughed in the steam and we hid from the crowd. Now the silence is heavy, the silence is loud. I'm a customer waiting for a heart that is sold. Midnight at the market, it's bitter and cold. The lights go out one by one, just me and the shadows now that you're gone. I went down to the edge where the tall grass grows, to tell the water everything that it knows. I whispered your secrets to the silt and the sand, and let go of the ghost of your beautiful hand. I told the current how you said you'd stay before the seasons turned and you went away. Now the water is heavy with the weight of my grief, and the branches are shivering on every leaf. The river knows your name, it whispers it back in the ripples of silver and the ripples of black. I can't hide the truth from the deep and the wide. It's the only place left where I don't have to hide every word that we said, every kiss that we shared. The river remembers, even if you never cared. Sometimes I think I see your face in the flow, in the places where the lotus flowers used to grow. But it's just a reflection of a moon that is cold, a story of love that's been bought and been sold. I'm talking to shadows, I'm talking to trees, I'm begging for mercy from the evening breeze. But the river just listens, it doesn't reply, it just carries my sorry and my goodbye. Take it away, take it to the sea. Everything you were, everything we'd be. I don't wanna carry this name anymore, but the water just washes it back to the shore. Your name, it whispers it back in the ripples of silver and the ripples of black. I can't hide the truth from the deep and the wide. It's the only place left where I don't have to hide every word that we said, every kiss that we shared. The river remembers, even if you never cared. It knows, it always knows your name in the water, your name in my soul. where the brown water meets the sky, watching the wooden boat slowly drift by. The air is heavy with the scent of the mud, and the memory of you is flowing through my blood. We used to sit here when the sun was gold, before the stories of us were already told. Now the river is wide and the bridge is so far, and I'm wishing on a broken falling star. The clouds are gathering, the wind starts to moan. In the city of millions, I feel so alone. Raindrops on the Mekong, falling like my tears, washing away all the hopes of the years. The current is strong, but my heart is so weak. I'm looking for the comfort that I'll never seek. One drop for the promise, one drop for the light. Raindrops on the Mekong under a weeping sky. The ferry is leaving, pulling away from the shore, like the way you walked out through my kitchen door. I remember your hand resting light on my waist. Now I'm left with the salt and the bitter cold taste. The ripples are spreading and they disappear, just like the forever you whispered in my ear. I'm a ghost on the bank, I'm a shadow in the rain, trying to find the rhythm to handle this pain. Doesn't care if I'm broken in two, it just keeps on flowing like I'm supposed to do. But I'm stuck in the reeds, I'm caught in the clay, watching my happiness just float for the promise, one drop for the light. Raindrops on the Mekong under a weeping sky. Falling, the river keeps moving, but I'm still here, watching the rain. I used to complain about the noise you made, the way you'd sing, the way you played. The TV was loud and the radio on. I never knew I'd miss it until it was gone. Now the only sound is the fridge's hum, and the beating of my heart like a hollow drum. I'm drowning in an ocean of nothing at all. watching the dust motes dance on the wall. It's a house full of silence, a world full of gray. Since the moment you decided to walk away, the quiet is screaming, it's ringing in my ears, telling the story of all of these years. I'd give everything for a single word, even if it's the meanest thing I've ever heard. I dropped a glass on the kitchen floor. The sound was like a thunder, a sudden roar. Then the silence rushed back to claim its price, staring at me with its cold, empty eyes. I try to talk to the plants on the shelf, but I'm just a woman talking to herself. Is this how it ends? Is this how it stays? In a quiet museum of the better days, I'm shouting your name into the air, but the silence doesn't even care. It swallows my voice, it swallows my soul. It's a bottomless, quiet, hungry hole. It's a house full of silence, a world full of gray. Since the moment you decided to walk away, the quiet is screaming, it's ringing in my ears, telling the story of all of these years. I'd give everything for a single word, even if it's the meanest thing I've ever heard. Can you hear it? The nothing, the end. It sits in the corner, a mountain of wood. I'd throw it away if I thought I could, but it still holds the shape of the way you sat while we talked about this and we talked about that. Your book is still there on a little side table. I try to read it, but I'm not able. I'm paralyzed by the things you touched, because I love those little things too much. The chair you left behind is an empty throne for a girl who's learning to be alone. It stares at me across the room, a wooden flower in a house of gloom. I can't sit there and I can't move on while the chair is still here and you are gone. The velvet is worn where you rested your head. It's the only thing left besides the bed. I see you sitting there in the morning light, drinking your tea before the fight. Now the morning is gray and the tea is cold, and I'm feeling 1,000 years old. I should give it away, I should clear the space, but I'm not ready to see an empty place. It's just furniture, it's just wood and glue, but it feels like a physical piece of you. If I move it, does that mean it's true that I finally lost you? And I can't move on while the chair is still here and you are gone. Empty wood, empty heart, I'll just leave it there in the dark. Heard your laugh near the kitchen door, but the dust has settled on the floor. I heard your keys jingle in the lock, but it was just the ticking of the clock. I'm hearing footsteps on the stairs while I'm sitting here with my quiet prayers. The walls are soaked up every word we spoke. Now they're bleeding memories and I'm about to choke. There are echoes in the hallway calling me, reminding me of how we used to be. I'm chasing sounds that have no home in this house where I am all alone. Every whisper, every sigh is a little ghost that refuses to die. I went to the mirror to wash my face and heard you breathing in a quiet space. I closed my eyes just to feel you near, until the echo turned into a tear. How can a sound stay when the person is gone? How can the ghost of a voice carry on? The house is a record that's stuck on a scratch of a love that met its final match. Stop the noise, stop the sound, I'm buried in the memories I found. I can't escape the rhythm of your feet, the sound of your heart, its final beat. that refuses to die. I hear you, but you're not. It's just an echo. I see a flicker in the corner of my eye, a silhouette against the evening sky. I turn my head and the room goes gray. Just another trick to start the day. The sun is setting, the shadows grow tall, and I see your profile on the hallway wall. Just for a second you're standing there, running your ghostly fingers through my hair. But it's just a shadow, it's just the light, playing games with my soul in the middle of the night. You're a dark reflection of a love that died, while I'm still burning up on the inside. A shadow on the wall, a hollow frame. I'm whispering to the dark your name. The curtains move with the midnight breeze. I'm praying for mercy, I'm down on my knees. I see your hand reaching for the door, but there's nobody there on the wooden floor. I'm living in a house of mirrors and dust, where the forever turned into if we must. I'm haunted by the ghost of what we were, while you're out there holding her. I try to touch the wall, but it's just cold stone. I'm the queen of a kingdom, I rule alone. The light is dying, the night is black, and shadows never, never come back. It's just a shadow, it's just the light, playing games with my soul in the middle of the night. You're a dark reflection of a love that died, while I'm still burning up on the inside. A shadow, hollow frame. I'm whispering to the dark your name. I see you, then you're gone. The shadow stays until the dawn. The moon is leaning on the windowsill. The world is moving, but I'm standing still. I reach my hand out through the cold, dark air, but the sheets are flat and you weren't there. I've learned the pattern of the ceiling would. I'd change the ending if I only could. But the silence here is a heavy weight, and I'm just a girl who arrived too late. The air is thin, the night is long. I'm trying to sing, but I've lost the song. Oh, this empty space beside me is a ghost that comes to find me. It's the shape of your shoulder, the warmth of your skin, where the ending stops and the cold begins. I'm sleeping on the edge, I'm falling through the floor. In the space beside me, you're not here anymore. I keep the light on just to trick my mind, but I'm only hunting what I'll never find. The scent of your cologne is fading fast, like every promise that we thought would last. I pull the blanket tight against my chest, but the left side of the bed is at rest. Just a hollow valley in the white lace, a memory of a heart, an empty place. Do you feel the cold in your new bed? Do you hear the words that were never said? I'm a half-written story, a broken line in a world that used to be yours and mine. Space beside me is a ghost that comes to find me. It's the shape of your shoulder, the warmth of your skin, where the ending stops and the cold begins. I'm sleeping on the edge, I'm falling through the floor. In the space beside me, you're not here